I love this. Freaking music is awesome. Absolutely love jamming out to this song. Could literally just sit in a room all day and just listen to it. It is so freaking good. Route 34, cool. Goldenrod City, also cool. And the people getting in my way, fantastic. I'm gonna check on that real quick. Hell yeah. Oh no. Cool. Alright. Oh man. Yeah, I was not expecting to be on today, but I had a couple of people that were like, no, if you're doing this, you should be showing the progress. So we're gonna try to be here and show the progress. This is okay, let's make sure this is actually public. I had one a couple of days ago where I accidentally had it on private for the first, like, what, 10-20 minutes, I think. I was like, oops, didn't mean for that. Oh, and I gotta fix where my phone is at because of its cable situation. Gosh, there's the Eggman finally. I already done this like for almost a half hour or so off screen, and this guy was not showing up. But man, we're eggs hatching, which was super cool. Alrighty. And I like how you can also hop on your bike in the daycare. It's so neat. This one's gonna be short today. This one's only gonna be like an hour long or something. We are not gonna be doing this for a while. But I love how I am so close to having a full team. A part of me actually wanted to just, like, if I was gonna do, play this again. Initially it was gonna actually just continue with the story, and then maybe try to get Bellsprout on my own time. But I think I kind of want to still just go for it. So I think if I do it, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna try to do maybe some like multiplayer stuff or something. But I think if I do any, no, actually no, tomorrow I think it's supposed to be Sonic. I gotta double check with old boy if he's still wanting to do that, or if he is able to do that. I think he said he should be able to this week. Oh yeah. Should not be this tired, but here we are. Hell yeah. What song is? I have no idea what this song even is. It's nice though. I likes it. It's good stuff. And actually, this should not be. I don't believe it's. Yeah, James is about the same. That's good. Alright, no, we should be fine then. And it's an Abra. I ain't scared. No Abra. Corsalide's actually, I ain't afraid of no ghost. But I think it made more sense to say it the way that I did. And I am walking around with Cole, because I did want... Ooh, Eggman. I did want Cole to actually have some friendliness towards us. Not that it needs to be, like, our best friend or anything. But, I mean, I don't know. It feels like if we already had a crocodile at one point, no reason why we can't be this way now. And then, we continue. Oh my gosh. I did not realize how freaking tired I was, like, right now. And it only started, like, now, too. Like, I was not having this issue a little bit ago. But, like, out of freaking nowhere, it's just like, you're tired now. Oh, shucks, that's right. I think I'm also missing the counter. Simple counter. Simple counter doing simple shit. So let's go here. I should have counter. Don't I have counter? Oh, I must have. check out comments to score. Oh shucks. Let's do this one. Count. Okay. Do this one. This one. Simple counter. Oh, I'm like looking, I'm like trying to see, I'm like, where is the okay for this thing at? It's there, you just have to believe. Slide that over. Let's actually move. Oh my gosh. That is not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Beautiful. Okay. So now that is our first egg that we've actually hatched here. So, one egg. One egg, done that. You're still there. We're good. Bellsprout came out of the egg. Nah, we don't want to name it. And we're not going to really name any of them. At least I should be 65. I don't think that's going to be... I mean, if it's like 1 or 2 off, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. But we're at 65 right now for Bellsprout eggs. Which I was really hoping was not going to be the case, but it is where we get to be at right now. That baby eggs. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously, like, why am I actually, like, this tired? I should not be. Oh no. Oh no. That's what is it? I mean, it's only this. This shouldn't... And I'm going to mute so you guys don't hear the thing. There we go. And I think everything is still oakley dokley. Yeah, that's fine. This is fine. And then I want to open decent. I hate that, like, my stuff has been double clicking and I do not know why. I am not a fan of the double clicking stuff. But it's been happening. Can't explain it. But it's what life has been giving us. It's not giving us lemonade. It's giving me a bunch of double clicking that I do not want. Gamer? That's me. It's Gina. Got time to chat? Gina. I mean, same as usual. Okay, actually wants to be practice partner. You know what? I actually do have the means of being able to put a Bellsprout away. Because, yep, no Eggman. We can actually give Totodile a level or 2. Do this. Do that. Deposit. Actually, I mean, is there any stats about you that are good? 20, 20, ugh, no. That's actually a gross Bellsprout. I don't like it. And we will actually, with, oh crap, change box. Box to 1. There we go. You know what, we're actually going to use a straw for this. There we go. And now let's withdraw. You know what? If it's gonna be Gina, we can easily use Charmeleon for Gina because she's got all of them grass types, so this will work out just fine. That'll do nicely. And then yes, we fight Gina. Because yeah, she just has 2 Hoppips and a Bulbasaur. Almost said Bellsprout. No, we're gonna have a Bellsprout. I don't think she ever... I think the most, like, if you get, like, if you get to the point where you've returned the machine part for the power plant or whatever it is, and then, you've done, like, every battle with them, I think she ends up having, like, 2 Jumpluffs and then a whole-ass Venusaur, and I think the Jumpluffs are, like, in the mid to late 30s, and then Venusaur, I think, is, like, almost 40. At least I think that's what it's supposed to be. And it did come with Flamethrower. I did not teach Charmeleon Flamethrower in any way. It just had that. And I love that the fire actually matches it so nicely. It actually looks pretty nice. I like it. Cold grew to level 6. Yeah, I don't think we'll get it to Croconaw before we get Bellsprout. But pretty much if Gina wants to battle us, I do not mind battling Gina. She's easy to take out with the mons we have. And she just tries her best. Which also, like, realizing, like, how badly, like, having the shiny animation, how much time is going to be added just for, like, doing these switches and stuff alone. I mean, they look fantastic. But wow, is that gonna probably like have some people where they're just gonna be like, maybe this was a little too much. It's like, nah, it's totally worth it. And I'm also like, I'm doing a different music today, and I am really digging it. I mean, it's granted it's just a bunch of Pokemon stuff, but I love it. And I don't think we need Rage. You know what? Let me see. I think I might actually still have Leer. Maybe if I want to fiddle with Rage stuff, I don't know. But we have Headbutt on it. I think that'll be fine in the long run. And we will switch back out to Cole, and Cole is still not good enough, even though it's got Ice Punch. Ow, elbow. It is not good enough to take on Bellsprout. Or Bulbasaur, golly jeebers. And then Pokemon's, and we're just gonna go back to Damien. Hell yeah, we're gonna flamethrower again. Sorry, I gotta do something. There we go, we're good though. We're gonna absolutely send that Bulbasaur to the Shadow Realm. I knew what word I wanted to say. You gotta believe me. And I think I was able to. I think because like, you know what? Now that I remember that, the next time I do I fight her, I think her Hoppips literally have like Splash and Tackle, and that is it. So Totodile can actually take out the Hoppips no problem, especially at level 8. I think it's like it's an easy 2-hit. I think it was even a easy 2-hit KO when it was just level 5. But level 8, I think it's like guaranteed 2 hits and it's good. Really accidentally getting that? Good job, me. Hoot hoot. I think we can run away from this, right? You're gonna let us run from you, right? Run away. Yes, delightful killer. And still no Eggman. But yes, we're gonna hope and hope and hope that we get Bellsprout today. And for those who have not seen what Bellsprout looks like, that is what we're looking for today, is that Bellsprout. It looks sickly. It looks like maybe it's been choked a little bit because it's got those purple lips or it's got hypothermia. But that's what we're looking for today. Gosh dagnabbit. There we go. Alright, cool. But yeah, we're going to be looking for that. Do-do-do. And then, okay, cool. So we're not going to have to worry about that for a while. This should be okay. This, whatever this music is that's playing right now, this is actually like perfect for like what we're doing. Or at least this sounds perfect. At least to me, it does. Absolute bop. Of course, it almost sounds like it's like a Mart music. Oh yeah, we could put I think we should be able to put Charmeleon away because I don't think the Picnicker's gonna call us for a while. You go hang out, Damien. And I think we're gonna change it back to 3 just in case. We're gonna go. We're gonna have that back to box 3 in case I find more decent Bellsprout that I want to keep. Like I think we had I have like 1 or 2 that have like possibly 14. No, 1 has a 14. I think in physical attack, which I really like the idea of that. Being able to use possibly in the future like have it like that's one that I think I would actually try to have like Swords Dance on it and get like Swords Dance Sludge Bomb for Victory Bell. No Bellsprout yet. I've just gotta believe Bellsprout came out of its mother trucking egg. And no Eggman, so yeah, we gotta still wait. I also think the last time I pulled out Bellsprout, it was 38. Oh, and you know what? Shucks, that is another egg. There we go. So I don't know what level it's going to be at now, because yeah, it's going to be... Bellsprout, it's grown a lot by 34. There's no way that freaking Bellsprout's level 50 now. Man, if that thing is level 50, that is... I mean, that's like that, in the anime, that's like that, that's probably like how strong that one girl's freaking Bellsprout was. I cannot remember what her name was. For some reason, I almost thought it was like I think as a kid, I was like, is this like their depiction of Erica? But then they already had Erica in the show. And so I knew, like, I was like, no, it can't be, but I can't remember what her name was. And I don't think it was like, no, it wasn't Janine. They used it later on. I think I would have to look up what her name was. But she's a very specific trainer. She had like a red, I don't know if it was a dress or kimono on. And she had like the Scyther that launched to freaking Bellsprout's or Bulbasaur's Leech Seed, which I was like, I feel like that's not right. I remember Leech Seed in the anime, and I was like, is this really how that's gonna work? That's how it works. You just Leech Seed it, and it's just like, it's screwed. But apparently in the anime, that's how it worked. Like, I would almost say like Leech Seed in the anime like seemed way too overpowered. Let me actually see what that is. There. 10 minutes now? Oh shoot, that's actually not too far off from now. Good for that fellow. Good for him. And then we still want this up. Yep. Okay, cool. We're doing fine though. Fine and dandy, sweet like candy. And then boop, no Eggman. Cool. Fine, whatever. Tiff's fine. Do 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 do. This one I think this should be Gen 3. But I can't think of what the music is off the top of my head, but I know it's Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. And I know I hear it all the time. Like, I feel like I'm a little disappointed I can't think of what this music is. What is this from? I know what it is. I should know what it is. Of course, there's probably somebody like there right now that's just like, oh my gosh, this guy doesn't know, fake fan. It's like, no, I'm terrible. Well, also, like, it doesn't help too that like tracks get reused so often. It's like, it could be anything, or not anything, but it's like, yeah, you could call it like, you know, though this isn't route music. I don't think so. Man, if only I could actually like do like a check or something for what this is. Oh well, I know I'm gonna finish this. It's gonna be like 15-20 minutes after I've already ended this stream, and I'm gonna be just like sitting or laying in bed, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna remember what it is, and I'll be like, well, I'll like have to go in the description and be like, at this time I actually remembered like an hour later what this song was. Judge me accordingly, please. And then, do I want to keep you? No. The speed being 10 is nice. I like the 10 speed. If I get one with both offenses being 14, I'm pretty sure that means that like those IVs would be between. It's offensive numbers if they're both 14. I think that means they're both like those DVs are like 14, 15, which would be delightful. Find this guy's stuff now. Man, this. Okay, we're gonna do that. And yeah, that should then be all eggs. And then this one. It is such a bummer that there are people who actually hear this song and they're like, this isn't a good one. I'm like, I have to strongly disagree. Like, this is probably one of the chillest, and like for where it starts at, it's like some of the most fitting music like Pokemon probably ever made for a location. Next to like Gen 3's March, just feeling so appropriate. Like being in this time, like you knew exactly what it was that was going on with this. Alrighty. Come on. What is, you know what? I was gonna say, when's the next egg probably gonna hatch, but you know what? Every time I look, it ends up being that it's like a minute or two later, or not even, the egg will literally hatch. It's like, when is this egg gonna hatch? 10 steps later, egg hatches. So I try not to always check it. Of course, then I'm like, you know what? If I would have checked it like a minute ago, and it didn't happen, maybe now I could check it and it'll actually be longer. Then you check it, and then the steps happen, and you're like, see, every time. It's like that, oh, what do you call it? It's like that, that one, Garfield strip where it's literally, it's just him staring at the toaster, waiting for the toast, you know, the toaster to pop. And John just walks by him and goes, "A watched pot never boils." He turns and goes, "Huh?" And the toast pops while his head's turned away. I freaking love that. It's so simple. But it's also good, too. Oh yeah, we still have not hatched anything yet. So even if Eggman pops out, we ain't got space for him yet. Though he's been a little bit decent, too, with, like, the egg distribution for Bellsprout. Come on. Give us them purple lips. Give us our purple lips. We ain't got the McChicken yet. Not yet. McChicken lettuce. We don't have it yet. Which I did, like, every time I always, like, I mean, even though, like, I still like McChickens and stuff, I'm not, like, you know, it's, like, I still like them. But there is that whole thing, too, where, like, when you look at, like, you know, if you actually open them up and you look at the lettuce and stuff in there, it sometimes literally is, like, it's a piece that's, like, this big. And you're just like, why is that? Like, that really counts as, like, lettuce is on this thing. But then I go to some places where I literally get, like, a piece of lettuce and it's actually bigger than the freaking patty of the thing it's on. And I'm like, see, like, this is how it's supposed to go. Like, that's good stuff. Come on, come on, Eggman? Eggman, are you gonna be there? Eggman, no, alright, that's fine. Which, oh, you know what, and I also did not add, that's egg number 67. I have got to remember to actually do the eggs, the egg counter at least. I am very bad at remembering that. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Wow, that song went on way longer than I thought it was going to also. But, like I said, it's also super good, so I'm down for that. I don't recognize this. And then do this, deposit. Do you have good stats? Not bad. Release the Pokemans. And then Eggman. I'm gonna make it funny. Take good care. I will take good care. Hell yeah. Sorry, another fella started streaming. Gotta send him that love. Oh crap! Also gotta do that thing. There we go. All right, cool. And you know what? That is actually helping me stay awake a little bit, but more so not like it's like I'm immediately feeling it, but I think it's the idea of like just consuming something is actually it's just like it's keeping me awake. I don't know, like for some reason just doing this not wanting to keep me awake. But it might also not help that I'm listening to very nice music. and then down. Now come on, Eggman. Actually, no. Do we have space? No, we do not. We got all this coal. We can't be picking up eggs yet. We still got our. See, I don't know. They have like a name for like a baker's dozen, which is like 13, and then you get like the half dozen. They need to have like a name for like just under 6, where it's like 5. They should have a name for that. Like a. I don't know, would a half baker's dozen be 7? I have no idea. 6.5? I could see that being the case. Which apparently I remember talking to somebody else about it, because like they were like, I was like, I don't even know what a baker's dozen is supposed to be, and they were like, I kind of sat there for a minute, and they're like, you know, it's weird, I've heard that number so many times too. I don't know what it means either. We just always just kind of were like, whatever, baker's dozen. So we finally looked up what it was. And apparently baker's dozen is like, oh yeah, you get like a dozen of something, and then they're supposed to make like one, like when you order a dozen of whatever, they're supposed to give you like an extra one, or one that's like set off to the side. That ends up being the 13th. That's like, you test this to make sure that you actually like the dozen that they made. Hell yeah. And then Eggman. Oh hell, look at that, it's Eggman. Wait, it doesn't matter. I have no space for eggs. Yeah, we got 5 of them things. And Eggman is still just hanging out there, man. He's just like, alright, I got that egg. You were always so quick and willing to take the eggs when I gave them to you. Why not today? It's like, 'cause I got too many. I'm really hoping, like I said, this isn't going to be like a crazy long one. I did start later than, like I said, I wasn't even planning on doing this today. But I had a few people that was like, we actually like seeing the hunt. But I think it's also because, like, there's people too who like when they see like egg hunt, or they see like shiny hunting, it's in like the newer games now where it's like much easier, and then you get like these older games where like the hunting is a little bit more tedious, and the odds typically in these older games are higher, or the lower to get them. But then you get like me, who's doing this method with the shiny ditto, and then another mon where it's like, it's actually technically some of the lowest you've ever seen odds-wise. But I'm doing it because if I were to do it the other way, it would take me literal, like, possible days and weeks to actually hunt one thing. Nope, we still didn't get the Bellsprout. And that does where I could just simply hit the up button. Delightful. If we get it on the next egg, that'll be hilarious. I will be so happy. And then the fact that it looks the way that it does, I feel like I would have to make a funny name for it. But I also don't know if I could do that. I don't think I'd be able to take a Bellsprout named something inappropriate. I don't think I'd be able to take it like crazy seriously. But its name would make sense. Be like, it was technically this. It was the funny number egg that gave us the Bellsprout. Like, we had to name it something funny and relevant. But like, I also don't want to do that. I almost want to name it McChicken, but I don't think that would be right. Because I don't want it to look like I'm like constantly just trying to like do like BS ads for it or something. Because I'm not about that life. But I actually don't have a nickname, so if somebody has a nickname they'd want to see for Bellsprout, like everything else has a nickname that I ended up coming up with. For Cole, though, it was named for somebody who, I think they shiny hunted for it. And I think it said their brother's name was Cole, so that's why we have Cole the Tornado. that works. Crap, what is this? Oh, I'm like, look at... I'm thinking I got a freaking notification for something important. It's not. It's not important. It's some doo-doo butter stuff. I don't even have to worry about. Oh, I'm like thinking, I was like, I thought a freaking like a spider like shot across my face or in front of my face. I was gonna be like, no, I don't want spiders in my house. I know the wife is like kind of okay with them. She's like, no, spiders are okay, and I'm like, no, hun, not those spiders that are like a deep dark black and like chunky like that. I was like, no, those are the ones that like bite you and you don't wake up. Or you wake up with like a giant spot in your arm, and then they're like, well, we gotta take that off now. Like, I think I remember that was like a thing, like some dude, while I was in, we don't have yeah, we don't have a street spot. Like, while I was down in Florida, I remember that was like a thing that some dude had where he got bit by a spider on his leg, and like, luckily he was like, wait a minute, I'm in Florida. I didn't see what kind of spider that was. I think it's in my best interest to quickly go to freaking medical and get looked at. And yeah, like literally, I think because like he was just walking somewhere, so he just like flagged a car down and he was like, "Can you quickly drive me to medical? I just got like bit by something and I don't know what it was." And they were like they said that they pretty much were just like, "Yep, it's Florida. Let's go." And they like, I mean, it didn't take them long to get there. And then yeah, when they like got in there and they looked at it, and I think they were like, "What color did the spider kind of look like when you saw it?" And he like told them what he thought it was, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's not good." And then like they looked at the spot and it was ugly. And I think he ended up having where they were like they had to get rid of the area that was jacked up. So it almost looked like, and they did a nice clean cut though, but it looks like somebody literally took like a little tiny like ice cream scoop with just like leg. But we are not keeping you, right? Nah. Nope, not keeping you. Cool freaking beans. Eggman, what's up, dude? Of course, you guys never know. You know, I won't say we're like at the halfway mark yet, but I think we're at a point where it's somewhat close-ish to it. I think this is a nice time to say if you guys are cool with hanging out here, and you guys want to make sure you guys are able to come back to see me continuing this Crystal team run of our shiny team run of Crystal. Make sure to subscribe. That'd be super cool. And you like hanging out here, you should also like this stream as well. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing this tomorrow, though. If I'm on tomorrow, I'm contemplating like Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart. That was actually fun when I did Mario Kart a couple of weeks ago. Apparently we had somebody who joined last week that was I forget what they said. They were like, I forget what place they were. Like, there was like a couple of tracks where they're like, yeah, I have like the number 1 or 2 spot in like regular time of like completing the tracks. I was like, oh, or they had like top 3 or 4 in like time trials for certain tracks, and I was like, that's pretty sweet. And they were like, yeah. So like they're like, I'm pretty good at this game, and I'm like, yeah, I enjoy this game. That's what I know. And I think after, like, I think there was like 1 or 2 races where I was like, I got like first or second, which was nice. And it was definitely not the case for the ones later on. It was a lot of 7s and 8s, the occasional 9, and then I think I got like 114, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But we had fun. But it very much is too. Like, as soon as, like, if you're in first, it's not too shabby. But the issue you end up really having is that as soon as you hit anything like second and below, like, you're just SOL, and it is terrible. And then it's like, once you get hit by like one thing and you're in like second place, I mean, then all of a sudden you like blink and you're in like 6th, and you're like, how did this happen? And then you like accidentally hit a banana, and then all of a sudden you're in like 16th, and you're like, oh, this is not cool. Like, it is something that I am like, I got mixed feelings on it when it comes to it, but I mean, it's like I said, it's still a fun game though. I will definitely continue playing it. This I know is ooh, we have a hatch, hooray! This is from I don't know if it's specifically the remake, but this is from Mystery Dungeon. I know that. That's actually one I gotta find out if people would want to see me play Mystery Dungeon DX. I haven't played that game. I haven't played it from beginning to end since it came out. And I remember when it came out, I was like, man, I kind of like the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. And the fact that they made like a DX version, and I like definitely had like more disposable income at the time, I was like, I'm gonna get this. And I thought maybe the wife would like it more too, but she was like, she's like, I think I actually like playing the regular games more, which is really weird to me because she usually prefers doing like she likes doing the more like non-main gamey stuff, like that new Pokemon game that's coming out that looks like Animal Crossing / Pokemon. Like as soon as she saw like that was like what that was gonna be, she was like, I want that so bad. And I was like, you already have Animal Crossing, why do you need another one? She was like, it looks so cute, I want to get it. And I'm like, I was like, seriously, you already have Animal Crossing? She's like, yeah, but look at the Charmander. And I was like, you know what? If that's all you need to get the game, then I mean, we'll probably end up getting it. Schwatevs. So it's a game she'll definitely play, but I don't think it's a game I'll play. And then we still have no. Okay, so we can go get that egg now. Cool. Like I think, and if that's a game that people, I think if people, why is that there? That's not even close to where. It's not even close to where the mouse is at. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, that kind of was. Okay. So like, yeah, if that game is played on this channel at all, it's probably not going to be with me. You know, like, I mean, I'll be there, but like, that's probably going to be like a her thing for sure. Gina, what's up? It's Gina, got time to chat. Are your Pokemon still tough? They're always tough, man. Especially, actually, no, I think my highest leveled right now is Togetic, which is 1000% through favoritism right now, because I think Togetic is definitely my favorite out of the bunch. At least right now. I don't know, like, I mean, maybe, like, once we get, like, you know, shiny Charizard. Actually, no. Once we get shiny Steelix, Steelix is 1000% gonna take, like, it's gonna take my favorite spot. A wild Hoot appeared? Yeah, and Hoot ain't gonna do nothing to me. Unless I don't run away from it. But we're good, so, nice. And yeah, I think at the level that we're at, too, I think I still would need to bring, what's it called? Charmeleon, Damien. I also remember what his name is too. Which I also have, like, the reason that Charmeleon is also named Damien is, I think it's because, like, you know, the name Damien is supposed to be, it's supposed to be kind of like hellish or whatever. And then, I also like it because Damien is also my favorite Robin. Which I know there's a lot of people who are like, of course, only, like, wannabe edgelords like Damien, and I'm like, no, I just like his character, especially watching him in that like, I mean, seeing him in like his animated renditions where I was like super good, and him doing that stuff with the was it the, I don't know why, the owls, why Court of Owls, that's what it is. I'm like, it's not, I was like, I know it's the League of Shadows. Yeah, I think it's the Court of Owls or whatever it is. Like, they were super interesting. I would say it was a little bit of a disappointment how they did kind of make his, like, what he was doing in that movie. Or the series, whatever. Like, they kind of made it where he just was doing this whole, like, why would you listen to somebody who you, like, barely even know kind of thing? But I think, like, I mean, there's a lot about, like, his character still that I really like a lot. Can we get the Bellsprout now? No, not yet. All right. 71 eggs in, still not getting her boy. Shucky darn. Give a nickname to Bellsprout. And I don't think we have. Gotta say hello to him. Cool. I don't even know. I don't know why too. Like I'm thinking of like the first thing like when I think of like I thought of the word hello, I like thought of that song or whatever, and I don't even like that song. But for some reason, it's like the first thing that came to mind. Also, I do not know what this music is from, but it is super nice. Like super duper like it. See, what kind of sucks is like the playlist that I have, or that I got to, or where I got this song, like the music from, like it has what the titles are there, but I don't have them here in front of me now. I don't think we have an empty spot. Oh, we do have an empty spot. Killer. Doop 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 doop. Deposit. No, not the egg. I would say, please let me select the Bellsprout. 13, 13, 9. Ew, gross. I really hope that the Bellsprout we get is actually a solid one. I mean, granted, we know that like the other stats are only going to be like certain numbers, but attack can be whatever we want it to be, or whatever we can hope for. But it actually has a chance of being high. Of course, I think when we actually get it, its attack is, knowing my luck, it's probably going to be like, you know, when it, at level 5, it's probably going to be like 12. But who knows? Okay, yeah. And then doink, go down. Nobody walked in front of me. Super freaking nice. I don't think we have... Nah. And I'm trying to think... of like all the who are the trainers that are in like the lower section, because I kind of do want to go get a coin case. I don't think I'm gonna really do too many like games on it, but I'm trying to think of like what's down there. I know there's Slowpokes, a Magnemite, like it's a, because I'm trying to think of like I want to at some point go down there. And I don't know if I want to do it like in my off time, so I have access to doing the barbers. But my only other issue too is like I kind of want to do those on screen still, so I think I'm gonna treat those that way. I don't know though. And then doink, go down. No, I was so happy that you guys were staying out of my way, and then of course now they're like, get in his way, like. Super not cool. Come on. Actually, do I have a full... Yes. Oh man. Well, I don't even have like a tiring day either, so like I really don't have like a reason to be tired. I mean, other than like, I mean, I actually did wake up at like, I don't know what it is that's happened lately. Like so like I had this thing where like I thought if I go to sleep between like 8 and 9, that I was gonna be like, this is when I like, you know, I sleep enough and I wake up a couple of minutes before my alarm, and it's awesome. And what's been happening instead is I've been like, if I go to sleep around those times, I end up waking up like at like 1 or 2 a.m. sometimes even like midnight, and then I have like a crap time going back to sleep, but then I wake up to my alarm. or I accidentally sleep through it, which has happened like twice over the last couple of weeks. But I've been pushing out when I go to sleep. Like, I think I'm going to sleep closer to like 9:30 to 10:30 now, and I'm now waking up again like a couple of minutes before my alarm goes off. So I don't know what changed. I don't know if maybe I'm like not getting like tired more lately. Because like I used to get like actual tired. Dude, yeah, 20, you are first today. How you doing? It's been a minute since I've seen you, bud. Actually, I don't even know if it's been that long. But it feels like it's been a minute. But yeah, so I don't know what happened over the last couple of months, but I have all of a sudden become like a go to sleep late night kind of guy, and then wake up at my normal time. It happened out of nowhere. Oh man, I should not be tired though. What is up with this stuff? I don't like it. Oh, you know what we did I know we just hatched a Bellsprout, so let's go put it away. Hell yeah, dude. Do you have any solid? No, 13, 13, 10. I mean, that's not bad, but that's not what we're looking for. Yeah, oh yeah, you were, I remember you were in and you were like, what's up? And I was like, what's up, chum bucket? And then you were just like, wait, what is he talking? Oh crap, I'm not, that's not who I'm supposed to be. I actually did that I did that a couple of days, or yeah, I think it was like a day or two ago, in Mr. Rye stream. I think I went to it, and I went as the Shining Talker, my other channel, which I was like, because I went in there and I was like, oh, you're at 599, and he was sitting at 599, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think my other my channel is subscribed to you. So I like went in with my other channel and I subscribed, and I'm like, there we go, fixed it. I was like, now you've got him. And then I think I like kept talking about, I just kept chatting, and somebody was like, oh snap, you got they're like, we got the Shining Talker account in here, and I was like, what are they talking about? Oh, I'm still there, and there is that. So then I think I was like, hold on, give me a second. Immediately switched back, and I was like, magic. Because I did not realize I was still in that. I also hope people are digging the music. I think the music is I think it's been fitting for the most part. This is one that I feel like I should know also, but like it's escaping me what this is. Have you been satisfied with your views, subs on your second channel? I have not put in the proper effort toward it, so I want to be, but I don't think I should. Because like I said, I haven't put in anything on it in like almost 4 months. Because the issue is I want to use I wanted to use a good camera for it. I didn't want to use this one, but I'm thinking I'm gonna end up having to going back to using this camera for recording it, because I do want to still do it, but the problem is like if I use my phone camera, like trying to do, you know, that long of recording with it, it like burns my phone up. And I actually had for a while afterwards where I would just like use my phone and it would just randomly start like overheating and then draining the battery, and I was like, yep, I'm probably not going to be doing that with it for a while. So if I do them again, it's probably going to be something on the lines of using this camera, which like I said, I don't want to, but I mean it'll get the job done. Like I said, I think my phone's camera was a little bit smoother, but I mean I think this one will also do just fine, especially for what I'm doing. Like I'm not gonna try to be, you know, like the next freaking Jacksepticeye or some shit, but like it does fine. What did you think of the direct? Dude, I think I got somebody like miffed having the last time I talked about the direct. Like, I mean, and they like immediately were just like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Like, you're using this as like a reference to whether something's good or not. Like, that can't be your argument. And I'm like, well, it was only part of the argument. But I mean, if also like if people who show up to these things opinions don't matter, then clearly nothing freaking matters. Like if that's actually the mindset that you have. But that was a whole thing. But like for me personally, the way that I thought of the direct was like I thought it was a fine start. Like it was interesting to see that like the movie reveal was super nice. I thought they did a very good job with that. I do think it was like, I don't know if I would say it was a jump to doing that, but I know the first movie also had a lot to it. So I guess, I mean, there really isn't like any like smooth like intermediary thing that you can do, because like technically with, wait, didn't I just hatch you? And you're at 20, yeah, so I'm probably not going to keep that Bellsprout. Like, I thought like the movie announcement was actually pretty good. And then, unlike the games they announced at the beginning, like, some of the Mario games, I was like, okay, that's pretty okay. I mean, it's not, like, the greatest stuff out there, but I feel like they were kind of trying a little bit. But the fact that the, Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 is getting priced the way that they are, when they're, I mean, one of those games is almost 20 years old now. And the other one is not too far off in age compared to that. And it was a sequel game that like wasn't even as liked as the other one. Hell yeah, Pit Chance. Appreciate you liking the stream. And anybody else who does it, I appreciate y'all for it. Also, still love that name, Pit Chance. And I think I will always say it whenever I see it. It's just so nice that you're able to have it. I thought it started strong but got less interesting over time, and they absolutely should not have ended on Fire Emblem. Dude, and I said that to somebody else too. I was like, it had a really nice start. I think they kind of fumbled like a lot of the middle stuff, because it was a bunch of stuff where I'm like, I was like, I mean, not granted, I know every game or franchise, whatever, has its fans. So somebody was definitely happy to see it. But I think a lot of the stuff that was shown in the middle of it was like, eh. And then they like put like like the Pokemon Legends EA announcement stuff in there, like in a weird spot in the end, the beginning of the end, at the end of the middle. Like it's a really weird spot where they put it. And that news was really, really awesome. And then they just like, I was like, okay, Resident Evil, that's fine, but like that's not, I don't think there's like a whole ton of modern Nintendo fans that were like, ooh, yeah, freaking, like, I don't know if there were really people who were, like, crazy looking forward to, Resident Evil on Switch, too. Like, it's like, eh, I wouldn't have put that, like, that would have been something I would have put, like, in the middle. To kind of, like, be, get, like, some people who are like, okay, I don't know, and they see Resident Evil, and they're like, okay, that's nice, and then maybe ended it with, like, either Pokemon or, I mean, just, like, maybe, like, an actual, I don't know, like, a different, like, original IP or something. I mean, like, Fire Emblem's not bad, but, like, I even knew some, like, Fire Emblem fans who, like, when they showed that, they were just like, oh, it's from, like, this series of Fire Emblem games. I'm gonna probably pass on it. Like, that surprised me. When, like, even, like, the Fire Emblem fans that I knew were like, I might even skip out on that one because it's not from the one that I usually like. So that kind of surprised me. The Mario Galaxy movie will be used to add Mario Dude, that would be... I mean, they wouldn't have done something like that since The Wizard, like, 30 years or something ago. Like, I mean, I could... If they used it as an advertisement for Galaxy 3, I don't know. I think I'd actually be like, I mean, you know what? If they did like a whole like stay after the credits for a sneak preview at an upcoming thing, like I mean I think that would get a bunch of people that would be like, oh my gosh, we get to watch a good movie and wait for something at the end. I mean, granted, there's gonna be like a ton of a half of the people would be like, it's gonna be Mario Galaxy 3. What's going on, Son Goku? Because I'm very surprised they're jumping to Galaxy in the second movie. I mean, You know, I can sort of understand why they did it. Mostly because that's a game that they can do where they don't have to introduce Daisy. They don't have to introduce Wario or Waluigi. They can still, like, all the characters that have been introduced into it so far are perfect for it. And the fact that Yoshi apparently is already going to be like a thing in the movie lets you know it's also going to have aspects of like Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, which, I mean, makes sense. Alright, we're not going to listen to slurping on that much. Dude, we're talking about the Direct a little bit. And I'm doing pretty okay. Doing pretty alright. But, yeah, no, like, for me, like, Galaxy kind of makes sense again, because they don't have to introduce, like, a bunch of other characters that came from, like, earlier games. And you also get to introduce Rosalina. And, like, they could, if they really wanted to, they could do another game where they, you know, where they have, like, Sarasaland. Which, and that one would kind of make a little bit of some sense for me if they did that. Because you can get, like, with all the stuff that they have, like, because, like, Galaxy still uses a lot of, like, regular Mario stuff. And it's not unusual. And then you get, like, Sarasaland where they can just do, like, a bunch of weird new stuff. I mean, we've already seen, like, the Shy Guys and whatnot. So, like, I mean, you can kind of see where the Shy Guys would, like, come from, I think. Yeah, because they've shown Shy Guys. But you can see, like, all, like, the real goofy stuff. That Illumination guy implied that they were pulling heavily from both Galaxy games. Which, yeah, well, I mean, and, like, the power-ups that come from it are neat. I don't know if I'm gonna like trying to see how they implement the spring. I think if they do like Ice Mario, that would be super neat to see. Oh, dude, they might actually do a really good job of showing off like the Red Star power up. That's gonna be super freaking sweet to see that. Especially because like that was also like design wise, like for like how his outfit changes color for it. If that wasn't like one of the best looking freaking like Mario color schemes for a power up, I don't know like what was. Like that was probably one of my favorites. So we'll probably end up seeing like, you know, Flying Mario. We get to see Luigi get captured again, maybe. Because I don't even think Luigi was like do I have it? I think I have it. Do I have it? Okay. So like I have Galaxy 1, but I think I only have Galaxy 1 from the 3D All-Stars. And then I have Galaxy 2 on Wii. I did have Galaxy 1 on Wii, but I gave it to my sister, and then I don't know if she still has it or not. Dude, but yeah, but the problem is like Luigi was like, well, you know what? Luigi was only captured for a small portion of the game. Well, I say small, but he was only captured for a portion of the game, and then he did kind of come and do some stuff, and then you also just have straight up Super Luigi Galaxy as like a thing. Because that's like something I can imagine them doing too. Is like, oh, we're at 75 and still no shiny. Come on. Like, I could see them doing something with Luigi. Like, I would actually like to see, Luigi get the Red Star power-up first. Before Mario. I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of, like, because, like, in the end, like, I mean, they can actually do, like, a good job of trying to make the ending a little bit nicer. Because, like, I know, like, playing Mario Galaxy 1, like, the ending was, like, not bad. But I just remember like doing the final fight, and I was like, this doesn't feel like crazy great, or at least it's not like different enough compared to what the fights were like throughout the previous, you know, fights in the game. But then again, you can say that about almost every freaking Bowser fight you ever do in most of the other games, or any other like mid, you know, what do you call it, like mini boss even sometimes. Like there's not like anything crazy different with them. I mean, they would have to, right? Like, wouldn't they have to have Baby Bowser? I mean, he was a huge part of it. Who would they get to voice him, though? What if they got Jordan Peele somehow to freaking voice Bowser Jr.? So you get to see, like, Toad and Baby Bowser interact with each other. Oh, man, that would be... It would be... I would hope they don't do that. I would imagine that they would know better than to do something like that. But, like, who would they get to do Baby Bowser? Because, like, I don't even know, like, well, I mean, like, I can imagine them getting, like, an adult's voice and just pitching it. Which, and it kind of sucks, too. But it almost makes sense to do that. Unless they want to try to age up Bowser Jr. in the future. Just because, like, for how long it might take for them to make, you know, a movie that follows up with it and uses anything with it. Like, that's going to be, like, kind of difficult to be able to keep, you know, a kid actor, you know, having the same voice. And, you know, I could actually imagine them, after Galaxy, I could imagine them doing Sunshine next, if anything. Because that also, because, like, and if they would have, you know, since, I mean, they're doing Galaxy, they kind of don't have much of a choice with that. And they're introducing Yoshi now. So like they could still do it and it kind of work out. I mean, I could if they did that, if they did Super Mario Sunshine, I could easily imagine like if you know like if they do the whole thing where they show up and they're like, hey, you did this whole thing, and like when they do the whole courtroom scene or whatever, like but they make it like an actual courtroom. And just like, you know, like maybe when like Mario comes in, everybody just like starts insulting him and stuff. And then one person would just be like, your voice is stupid. And it's going to be like a little nod to just being like, we know you guys don't always like seeing or hearing Chris Pratt being Mario, but we don't care. We're gonna make fun of you for it. Like that would be so perfect if they did that. Just because of the Hollywood actors they were using, I can honestly picture Tom Holland. I hope not. That would just be dumb. Tom Holland doing it would just be dumb. I don't want to see that. You know what? No, you know who they'll get to voice Bowser Jr. They're gonna get that Zendaya lady. They'll get her to do it. Makes sense. Perfect. Cut print. Just do it. Picture voice a little bit. Be like some Bart Simpson shit. Oh, these headphones are like, we're sitting on a spot and it was like hitting a pressure point and I got like a minor headache going right now. Oh, I do have a spot open. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Chris Pratt as Mario is equally dumb. You know what's weird though? Like, after a certain point in it, like, I totally understood. Like, when I first heard it too, I was like, I don't think this fits. But there was a point in the movie where I kind of just stopped caring about who was voicing Mario. Oh, yeah, no, definitely when he was doing that, like, interview part of it, or, you know, when he's talking about it, that felt so, like, phoned in. Like, it definitely was like, somebody was like, here's some bullet points, just kind of hit these. And he's like, I don't know shit about this game. Like, I think I watched my kid play Super Mario Run. I don't know anything about this game. And they're just like, just talk about this. It's gonna be cool. Like, and they're like, he's like, okay. Like, I don't know any, like, yeah, that was kind of, I was like, they didn't need to do this. They definitely did not need to try to get him to just be like, here, talk about it. Like, I almost feel like if they would have had anybody do it, I think it would have actually made more sense to have maybe Jack Black do it. Like, have him be the one to, like, do some of the chatting about it. Because I bet, I mean, he was there, he was there in the Atari games. He was in the, what was it? No, not... Crap, what was that game? What was that game he did the commercial for? The one where you run to the right and you jump over the alligators and you swing on the vine. Because I don't think it was... That's not Adventure, right? I don't know why. It is, like, escaping me what the name of that freaking game was. I don't know why. I cannot remember what that name of that game was. It was an adventure, right? What the hell was it? I don't know. But for it being its own thing, I think Chris Pratt is fine. Yeah, he's and that's what it is. Is he does fine. I mean, I will say though, like Charlie Day as Luigi, I still have to kind of convince myself that it fits because I don't think I love Charlie Day. I think he's got a ton of personality and he's great. I just don't know why they necessarily picked him as Luigi, other than the name. Because like I would imagine there's definitely a ton of people like who played the original Mario games and all that stuff, were probably also It's Always Sunny fans. And maybe just being like, the people will come for Charlie Day. And then, of course, Keegan-Michael Key. It's like, everybody will be here for Keegan-Michael Key. He's funny. And they probably also thought with him doing Key and Peele, probably would have thought, like, oh yeah, no, he'll probably be able to, like, have a lot of funny lines and we can try to help him be part of the writing or have him improv something. And it's going to be kind of like, maybe. And I was, like, also kind of just like, with Toad. But I know some people probably loved him. And like Peach weirdly fit. I actually kind of was like, yeah. I mean, like, and like the character herself was fine. But like the voice, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't think I ever had to convince myself this doesn't sound like Peach. I think it worked out pretty well. That's all it was for any of them. As funny as the movie Toad is, that's not the character. Oh no. Well, I mean, you probably like the Super Mario Brothers Super Show freaking Toad with the orange hair and the fact that the mushroom top was a hat and not actually their head, which made sense, right? Do you want to battle or do you have a leaf stone? Okay, practice partner, so yes. Bye, let's chat again. I do need to then get... Oh, and it makes sense now for us to go get Damien. Yeah, and I don't know. I do have to. Like I said, I think he did fine as Toad, but like I actually will even say for like, well, and like DK was also still one where like I hate to say it, but like I recognize Seth Rogen's voice so much, and I think I'm so used to hearing like Grant Kirkhope's, like I mean just like the noise whatever he did for DK, because he didn't really talk. I don't think you're really 20. Nah. And then change. Let's pull out Damien because we're gonna go beat up her grass types. And I think the part where like, because I know people also had like a lot of like mixed feelings on Jack Black being Bowser. There were moments where I think it worked with him sounding like Bowser. Like whenever he was like kind of like when he was like angrier, it fit more. But once he like if he was like doing like the calmer voice thing, I don't think Bowser necessarily fit. And then I also thought it was like kind of odd too that they like mixed in like his voice, but then also would still do like the sound effect of him like roaring, because it was also, dude, Waffle Man, dude, I bet you that guy loves pancakes. What's going on, Waffle Man? As I guess a killer name. I really did like how Cranky was portrayed. Dude, a lot of people hated Cranky. So many people did not like Cranky's depiction. I thought he did fine. I don't have an issue with the character. I don't necessarily like how he was written. Like some of the things he said I don't think fit. But yeah, no, like the voice actor and like the attitude he brought with it was really, 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 really good. But I think the way they kind of wrote him was like, like they could have maybe done it a little bit better. But I don't think it's enough to, like, you know, I wouldn't cause a fuss or anything over it. I really did like Cranky 2. It's almost my birthday and I like collecting. Dude, hell yeah, dude. Dude, I got a couple of Game Boys. Actually got a link. I think I have a link cable somewhere. Ah, but I'd use the freaking wireless thingies. Oh, this is gonna be bad. We're gonna switch over to Damien. Dude, actually, it's almost your birthday, dude. Mine was on. My birthday was on Monday. It's actually why I took off for work. Was cause I was like, I don't want to go to work on my birthday. Screw that. And my birthday happened to land on a Monday, and I was like, I'll take a Monday off. I don't give a care. I could do that. So yeah, happy almost birthday to Waffle Man. Hell yeah, dude. Also, how is this game? So if you were I'm a huge Pokemon fan. So for me, I say yes, absolutely get this game. Also, like, I love how so many people have their birthdays in September. That just means that, like, everybody's parents were all getting, like, busy in, like, Christmas and New Year's time. Good to freaking know, right, fellas? Ladies and gents, good to know. That's what your parents were doing in Christmas and New Year's. Making us. So, like, for this game is great. Like I said, in my opinion, it's great. But if you know, I'm just gonna stick with box one. There's no point in really changing it up. You got Leaf Green and Love Pokemon. So this one is great, but for sure, if you plan on getting it, let them, if you can test it to verify that the battery is not dead. Don't unless you can, like, do your own solder work and stuff. Just verify that they actually switched out the battery, because you can buy Crystal, but if it doesn't have a functional battery in it, then you can't save. So the only thing you could really do with it is just do, like, straight shot playthroughs of it. You should get Superstar. Dude, Superstar Saga is phenomenal, but I think Superstar Saga is kind of on the pricier side, I think, nowadays, though. It's the only thing you kind of have to be cautious of. I mean, like, and it's also on the NSO, and I think I have it on my Wii U. But the button delay, the delay on the Wii U can get kind of annoying at times. Oh, I got to test it. It works great. Love the bat. Oh, nice. Oh, I was gonna say for Crystal. Crystal has a battery in it. Cause like for actually, I think even the Gen 1 games also use a battery in it. But if the battery's dead in the cartridge, it won't hold a save. But yeah, no, dude, and like, yeah, the Game Boy Advance having the backlight was, and it was, people didn't understand it also. I think they did it for price. But the fact that people were like, why did they not make the GBA have a backlight in its first renditions? But people were like, you guys have to remember, like, Nintendo's big thing back in the day was they were the affordable handhelds for your kids, that you also kind of didn't feel too bad if they accidentally broke them. So it's like, that's why they had it with no backlight, and then they were like, oh crap, like, people actually want the backlight. So then they have the actual backlight, which was so necessary and looked so great afterwards. Because, like, I know there were also games that had to, like, adapt to the fact that they were going to be on a, a poor display, essentially. I was going to say poorly lit display, but I mean, yeah, like, this is the fact that it had, like, no backlighting. And then the light that, like, it did have was, like, a lamp. And it was like, if it, like, how it actually looked. Like, dude, I can definitely remember, like, if I wanted to play, like, you know, one of the Game Boys I ended up having, like, I think I actually do remember, like, trying to play it in the car. And I remember, like, being able to, like, look at it. I was, like, had to wait for a street lamp to come. And then I would see the street lamp come. And then I would be, like, and then, like, have it. And then the lamp would be back. And then you have to wait for the next one. And then it would come back. And then I could see what I was doing. And then I had to wait for it to come back. And then, like, I would just do that, and did that for about 15 minutes, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I can wait. I think I can definitely wait until I just get back home and do this. Dude, see you later, 20. Appreciate y'all leaving likes and such. Hopefully you're able to come by, like, tomorrow, and I think I might be on Saturday. I think. I don't know what I'm gonna do Saturday. Huh? Dude, come on. Egg number 78. Egg number 78. Can you get it for us? No? That's fine. I guess I didn't. I guess I want to go up to like 100 for eggs. That's what we want to do. Really? Alright. What am I doing tomorrow? I'm contemplating, actually, if I get, Ivan Avi, if he's available tomorrow, like, we initially planned, but, I mean, life happens. It should be Sonic Adventures DX tomorrow. Director's Cut. Hopefully we're continuing that. We've done one video, or we've done one stream of it so far, and I am wanting to continue it. I think he said he played it a long time ago, and the way he's gonna play it is through other means, and I'll be playing it, or still playing it on the GameCube. So hopefully that, if he's not available tomorrow, maybe Smash Brothers or Mario Kart. I'm not positive. I mean, unless people for some reason are like, keep doing Battle Revolution, then I can also keep doing Battle Revolution as well. So it's gonna be something like that. Might stop by? Hell yeah. See you later, 20. Good stuff. Good stuff. Cause yeah, no, dude, like, and I actually don't. I know we did. I think we did the first 2 or 3 sections of the game, or the stages. Yeah, stages. We've done like the first 2 or 3 stages yesterday, or the last time. But we also did a stage 6 early. Because I was like, as soon as I was able to get by it, I was like, wait a minute. I know that it's actually super easy to get into stage 6 early. And I got into stage 6 early. And he was watching, he was like, wait. He's like, didn't we just do stage 2? And I was like, yeah. He's like, and this is now stage 6? And I was like, yeah. He's like, why did you do it that way? And I was like, because I can. And he was like, okay. But it was because I think I had just watched a Son of a Glitch, and I was like, you know what? If they're easy, I'll definitely try some silly stuff. But I don't think I'm gonna try to like break the. Really, Bellsprout? Oh wait, also, this is another egg hatch. Still not it. Big sad. Hell yeah. Do you have good stats? Ugh. Your speed stats fine, but that's not great though. Alrighty. Hell yeah, we're raising our Pokemons. My goodness, we were surprised. Oh shucks, it's 8:30. I just realized that. I gotta freaking call it. I gotta work tomorrow. Oh, and tomorrow's Friday though, so I can. Oh, you know, I gotta figure out too, if I want to go tomorrow. If I want to go get my copy, if I want to go get that copy of Stadium 2. I might go do that tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it on Saturday. I got stuff that I want to do. I got stuff I have to do Saturday morning. But then also stuff I want to do on Saturday morning. And we have how many spots open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 1 spot open. Okay. I think I'll try to get 1 more egg, not hatch. I want to try to get 1 more egg, and then I have to call it an evening. I gotta go to work tomorrow. But I want tomorrow to also be like a late night. A keyword is want. I cannot guarantee. I am a sleepy sheepy. I have old man hours. Go to sleep between like 9 and 10, but I wake up at 4. I try to wake up between 4 and 4:20. Funny. The funny 4:20 number. Cause yeah, then I leave for work at like then 15 till quarter till. Yeah, quarter till 5. That's why people say it. So I love saying stuff like that, and I get people who are just like, what are you saying? I'm like, yeah, it's a quarter till this. And like somebody who's like, I mean, like they'll be like my age too, and they're like, what the hell you mean a quarter till? And I'm like, 15 minutes until the next hour? And they're like, what is that? And then somebody in the back will just be like, oh my god, just say it's 3:45. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. And they're just like, oh yeah, why didn't you just say that? And I'm like, oh no. But it's like, and it's weird too, because that's not even like a dead phrase. Like, people still use that regularly. This music's from Gen 9, I think, right? This is like the regular, just like walking around music, I think. Yeah, no, because I can already hear, like, just listening to this music alone, I can already hear me, like, running on Koraidon. I can just hear, like, when you, click it to run or whatever, I can hear that. Just listening to this music. Which, oh, you know what, that's another thing I actually, if I don't, I might do that on Saturday. Gen 9 battles. I think I might actually, probably will end up making a post about that tomorrow. Do a post saying I'll do, battles in Gen 9, and then maybe I'll do, DX tomorrow. If we don't do DX tomorrow, then it'll for sure have to be, like, Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart. But yeah, like I said, I gotta call it an evening. I gotta go sleepies. But I appreciate everybody who hung out today, like I said. You sub if you want to make sure you come back again. And then, did save, right? Okay, I did save the game. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be back on tomorrow. Oh, I thought my game froze for a second. I was gonna be like, or not game, but I thought the stream froze. I was gonna be like, why did it freeze? What happened? So yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. We're just gonna have it, like, you can look at Cole. Cole's super nice and shiny. But yeah, find out what we're doing tomorrow. Like I said, it should be DX, and then Saturday, maybe Gen 9 battles. Appreciate y'all, and I will see you in the future. And